Today, we expose the 8 Aussie yogurt brands that are basically dessert in disguise, because right now, the yogurt aisle is one of the most deceptive places in the supermarket. Brands slap high protein, probiotic, and natural on the tub, while packing it with more sugar per serving than a donut. We've been told yogurt is the ultimate healthy snack, but for these 8 brands, it's just a vehicle for cheap sugar, thickeners, and industrial fruit puree. Stay with us because brand number 8 is marketed directly to kids as a healthy lunchbox essential, and what's inside is shocking. Australians love yogurt. We buy it by the kilo, trusting it to be a simple fermented dairy product full of good bacteria. But somewhere along the line, yogurt stopped being simple. To cut costs and hook our taste buds, manufacturers started replacing cream with thickeners and fermenting time with sugar. Real yogurt is tart, tangy, and rich. But the stuff filling the shelves today is often sweet, bland, and chemically stabilized to last for weeks. We are feeding our families healthy bowls that spike insulin and fuel cravings, all while paying a premium for the privilege. So let's peel back the foil lid and see which brands are selling you a lie. Number 1 is the luxury heavyweight, Gippsland Dairy. You know the tub, it's beautiful, with that irresistible fruit twist mixed through. It feels artisanal. It tastes incredible. But look at the nutrition panel. The smooth and creamy range is essentially a dessert. A single serving can contain over 13 grams of sugar. That's over 3 teaspoons of sugar in a snack that's supposed to be healthy. The fruit twist isn't just fruit. It's a jam-like concoction loaded with added sugar to make it sweet enough to balance the yogurt. Gippsland tastes amazing because it's high in fat and sugar, the exact formula for Moorish food that overrides your satiety signals. You eat it thinking you're having a wholesome dairy snack, but metabolically, you're eating a cheesecake in a tub. If you want dessert, eat dessert, but don't call this health food. Number 2 is a supermarket staple, Dairy Farmers Thick and Creamy. The name promises texture and richness. It feels like a hug in a bowl. But how do they get it so thick? Real Greek yogurt gets thick by straining out the whey, which requires more milk and more money. Dairy Farmers. Thick and Creamy gets thick by adding thickeners like modified starch and pectin. It's a shortcut. And the sugar? The flavored varieties, like strawberry, are loaded with around 15 grams of sugar per 100 gram. The fruit is a puree that makes up a tiny percentage of the product, boosted by natural flavors and colors. You're eating thickened, sweetened milk with a hint of fruit essence. It's delicious, sure, but it's an engineered product designed to save money on manufacturing while charging you for creaminess that comes from a packet of starch. Number 3 is the fun yogurt, Chobani Flip. This product is brilliant marketing. Greek yogurt with a sidecar of crunchy mix-ins like chocolate, nuts, and pretzels. It's marketed as a high-protein snack that fuels your day. But let's be real, it's candy. The mix-ins are cookies and chocolate. Even the healthy yogurt part is often sweetened. While Chobani does use natural sweeteners in some ranges, the standard Flip range is a calorie bomb of sugar and processed carbs, with some flavors hitting 16 to 17 grams of sugar per serving. You are taking a healthy base, Greek yogurt, and dumping junk food into it. The protein count is high, yes, but so is the processed food content. It's the nutritional equivalent of eating a salad with a side of fries and calling it a detox. If you want a treat, fine. But don't trick yourself into thinking this is a nutritional powerhouse just because it says Greek yogurt on the foil. Number 4 is a bit of a cheat, but it sits right next to the yogurt and people eat it the same way. Paul's Vanilla Custard. You might think, well, it's dairy, it's basically yogurt, right? And wrong. Custard is milk thickened with starch and sweetened with sugar. Paul's Vanilla Custard has around 13 to 14 grams of sugar per 100 gram. That is significantly higher than plain yogurt. It has almost zero probiotic benefit because it's not fermented. Parents often swap this into lunchboxes, thinking it's a calcium-rich dairy snack equivalent to yogurt. It's not. It's liquid pudding. It spikes blood sugar faster and harder than a fermented yogurt would. If you are swapping yogurt for custard, you are swapping a functional food for a sugary treat. Know the difference. Number 5 is the gut health guru, Activia. This brand is famous for its probiotics and the promise of digestive comfort. You buy it because you want to feel less bloated, but the flavored versions, like vanilla or strawberry, are packed with added sugar. The ingredient list reveals sugar is one of the main inputs after milk. Sugar is inflammatory and can actually feed the bad bacteria in your gut, the exact opposite of what you're trying to achieve with probiotics. So you're eating a product to help your gut, but the delivery system, sugar, is undermining the benefit. Activia does contain specific probiotic strains, which is great, but you can get those same benefits from their no added sugar or plain range without the insulin spike. Don't let the health claim blind you to the sugar content. Number 6 is another probiotic heavyweight, vaalia. Their luscious berries flavor sounds fresh and healthy. Vaalia touts its specific LGGR probiotic strains for immunity. But check the sugar. A serving can contain over 13–15 grams of sugar. That is a massive amount for a small tub. The luscious berries are often reconstituted fruit puree and juice concentrate. Again, we see the pattern. Take a healthy concept, probiotics, and bury it in sugar to make it palatable for the mass market. If you are eating this for immunity, the sugar load is doing you no favors. Real immunity starts with metabolic health, and eating 15 grams of sugar for morning tea is not the way to get there. Number 7 is a tricky one. Tamar Valley's no added sugar fruit range. You see no added sugar and think, finally, a clean option. But flip it over. Instead of sugar, they use sweeteners like sucralose, 955, to maintain the sweetness without the calories. While this saves you the sugar spike, it introduces ultra-processed chemical sweeteners into your diet. Some research suggests these sweeteners can still trigger insulin responses or mess with your gut microbiome, the very thing yogurt is supposed to help. Plus, it still contains thickeners like 1442 to fake the texture. It's a chemistry experiment designed to taste like fruit yogurt without the sugar. If you want fruit yogurt without added sugar, buy plain yogurt and add fresh fruit. It's that simple. Don't outsource your health to a lab. And finally, number 8, Yoplait Petit Miam. The tiny tubs, the pouches, the cute animals. This is marketed aggressively as the healthy start for Aussie kids. Yoplait has reduced sugar in recent years, which is good, but the fruit flavors still rely on sugar to appeal to children's palates. The pouch format encourages rapid consumption. Kids suck it down in seconds, bypassing the chewing and digestion process that signals fullness. We are training the next generation to expect yogurt to be sweet, smooth, and pink. Real yogurt is sour. By feeding kids these sweetened versions, we condition their taste buds to reject natural, unsweetened dairy. We are setting them up for a lifetime of sugar cravings. And for what? Convenience? It takes 10 seconds to spoon plain yogurt into a bowl with some mashed banana. Now let's talk about the specific ingredients hiding in these tubs that you need to watch out for. It's not just sugar, it's reconstituted fruit juice. When a brand says real fruit, check if that fruit is actually a paste made from boiled down juice concentrate. This isn't fresh fruit fiber, it's pure fructose syrup. Then there are the thickeners. Modified maize starch, or 1442, is a common one. It's a cheap way to make watery milk feel like rich cream in your mouth. If your yogurt needs cornstarch to hold it together, it's not high-quality yogurt, it's a pudding. And finally, the natural flavors. This is a catch-all term that means the flavor was derived from a natural source but processed in a lab. If you're buying strawberry yogurt, the flavor should come from strawberries. not a lab-created essence that tricks your brain into tasting fruit that isn't there. You might be wondering, is all flavored yogurt bad? The short answer is, mostly yes. The issue is that to make yogurt shelf-stable and consistent, manufacturers have to cook the fruit. Cooked fruit loses its freshness and texture, so they add sugar and stabilizers to make it jammy. It's very hard to find a commercial fruit yogurt that doesn't rely on these tricks. That's why the DIY approach is always superior. You can use fresh, raw berries that still have their fiber and vitamins intact. You can use frozen berries that melt into a delicious, natural syrup without any added sugar. You have control. So if the flavored tubs are sugar bombs, what should you buy? Here are 3 alternatives that are actually good for you. Alternative 1, Jalna pot set yogurt, biodynamic or Greek. Jalna is the gold standard in Aussie supermarkets. It's pot set, meaning it ferments in the tub. No thickeners, no gums, no stabilizers, just milk and cultures. The texture is naturally thick because they let it sit and do its thing. It tastes clean, it's rich, and the ingredients list is tiny. That's what you want. Alternative 2, Farmers Union Greek style, plain, the classic. Ingredients, milk, cream, cultures. That's it. It's sour, rich, and perfect. It's extremely versatile. You can eat it with fruit or use it as a sour cream substitute in savory cooking. If you need sweetness, add a teaspoon of honey or some fresh berries yourself. You control the dose, not the factory. Alternative 3, Chobani plain Greek yogurt. If you want high protein, stick to the plain Chobani tubs. It's strained, so it's naturally thick and high in protein, often 15 grams or more per serving, without the added sugar of the flip or fruit ranges. It's filling, it's clean, and it's a genuine health food. We've let the yogurt aisle turn into the dessert aisle. We accepted sugar and starch because we wanted thick and creamy without paying for the actual cream. But the cost is our health. Next time you're in Woolies or Coles, ignore the fruit pictures. Ignore probiotic if it's next to sugar on the ingredient list. Buy the plain tub. Buy the real thing. Your gut, your insulin levels, and your wallet will thank you. If this video saved you from a sugar crash, hit like and subscribe. We're exposing the truth about Aussie food every single week. And tell me in the comments, do you eat plain yogurt or do you need the fruit twist? Let me know. Protect your plate, Australia.